Yeah, I know. It's kind of a love it or hate it thing, but
I hate it.
I know you hate it. I kind of love
It ruined my paint job.
it. It didn't ruin your paint job. It accentuated your paint
No,
job.
it
Like a
ruined-
tattoo on a badass dude.
You know what, though? Sometimes you just got to sit back and, take it all in. Like, all of it. Surprise!
The right player.
Yes!
I think the Bosch.
I've eaten all
How can
these
you
beans.
taste a fart?
Are we on? Well, why didn't you tell us that?
God!
You did the arm thing.
Okay, so Richard's not here, and
So we've been drinking.
a couple
Yes.
of the other guys aren't here.
I'm
So
at least a couple in.
who's hosting this?
Got one. I guess we are.
Can they
are,
see
Mike.
can they see this car?
Y'all don't want me hosting. This would be a bad
Yeah.
deal. Okay, I'll host.
They should be focusing on that probably.
I'll host.
You can host. What's your name again?
So, Brian
Yep.
Bass,
Hi, Mike.
how long have you been in business? How long have you been building hot rods?
I have been building hot rods since 2004 professionally.
That's weak.
Yeah, I know.
Unprofessionally.
A little bit longer than that, maybe 2001 or so.
Okay, I'm out of questions.
Yep,
Can we,
next question.
We can move on now.
All right, so I think they want to hear us talk about the 34, right? I mean,
Of course they do. Let's talk about the back window.
what about the back window?
Well, I had argued that the back window should be the same size as the side windows.
And you were totally wrong.
Went with this little mailbox back window.
A mail slot back window.
So why is that? Why is that more period correct than just making it the same size?
Look how cool it looks. It looks awesome.
It would look cooler if it was the same size. as the
Nah, I
side
totally
window.
disagree. The thing about chopping the top is you want everything to be proportional, but that doesn't mean necessarily...
Including the back
That
window.
does not necessarily mean you want to make all the windows the same size. You want it to have an element of looking like you made the thing racier and look more aerodynamic. That means keeping everything small.
Well, I'm not a racist, so I
You're not a
would
racer?
have made it the same size as the sides.
That's a good call. I like that one.
This is what I had to put up with for, about, how many weeks do we have?
I don't know.
Yeah,
5 or 6?
I didn't sleep for
6.
like 3 of them, so I don't...
How do you think we feel
I know.
day in, day out? This is our day to day.
Yeah. It was rough.
It's if you're,
Everything you thought it was going to be?
Oh, I kind of like it rough.
you know how it is. I mean, you've done the SEMA builds where you're up
Yeah.
all night getting ready because you slacked off thinking you had enough time.
Yeah,
to
we
get
got a couple
started.
more weeks, no big deal kind of thing. Yes.
Right. And so you've done that, and you do it like what, once a year?
Yeah.
But here, it's like
Year
SEMA
round.
crunch every
Yeah.
single time.
Richard keeps drilling that. Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet?
Yes.
Is it paint? Is it ready for upholstery?
And thank God he's not here because we can say whatever we want to say about him.
Yeah.
Because the fact he probably was not even watching this right now.
No.
I know he's not watching it right now.
Kidding me? He's probably at home watching this.
He's
crap.
probably swimming around in his money like Scrooge McDuck right now.
I used to love that cartoon, man. He
emceed
the
Doing the backstroke.
So you made your debut tonight, right?
20 pounds heavier. Heavier?
I was fatter too. I'm still kind of
Talking
fat.
about your weight.
Fluffy.
We're just talking about you. Parts guy, how'd you
There's more
How-
to love.
how does somebody get a parts guy job?
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah.
You have a friend that goes.
It was my fault. This guy right here. It's my
Do you want me to
fault.
hold him down while you hit him?
Right here. You like that?
Jesus.
Is that his
That's right.
Instagram name?
Yeah, damn right. Don't be worried about
Oh,
charge.
I've got these for sale on my website.
You see?
Oh my
plugging
God.
stuff.
Shameless promotion. We do it every day. We have to wear gas
Guys,
monkey stuff.
guys,
so
that is
shameless
ridiculous.
promotion, right?
Do you hear me talking about Sada, the paint company I use?
No, or the
Well,
roof
you're not wearing
buffers
the,
that we
roofy
use.
shoes, shoes
Yeah,
right
the
now.
roof shoes.
Or what I do outside of here, when I'm racing motorcycles.
When you're racing motorcycles.
and I'm wearing my Alpine Star suit.
Exactly.
You should
That's what I'm talking
hashtag.
Hashtag Alpine Star.
Selfless promotion.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just,
Put it up.
Come on, it's just stupid.
Put that down. Put that down. Come on. Let's maintain a classy appearance here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what we do around here.
So do you like the way this turned out? Did it turn out the way you wanted it to?
Absolutely, man. I love this car. I wish I could buy it, but Richard is, you know how Richard is.
Yeah,
He
you
Wants a
don't
lot
have
of money
yeah.
for it.
Yeah, he obviously didn't pay me enough to build it to buy it.
Nobody
No.
that works here can afford the cars that we build.
That's kind of like the irony of the whole thing. You
I know it sucks.
Yeah, you build these badass cars and then you have to go drive your Geo Metro home.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
We could not get to build them at all. We could
yeah.
be, you know,
We digging
flipping
ditches, or which no
flipping
offense to ditch
birds.
diggers out there. That's a fine job.
That was a summer job.
Guys that dig ditches don't think digging ditches is cool.
No.
nobody goes,
Probably
man.
true.
Man, I can't wait till I nail that ditch out today, bro.
I dug a kick-ass
We're gonna
ditch.
nail it
You
out.
see this ditch that I dug.
Yeah, that
Oh, jeez.
that doesn't happen.
You guys
Chad,
ready
how
for
was your
some
experience?
questions?
We're not ready for questions yet. You just
Okay.
need to chill out and
Go
calm
ahead.
down.
You know, you're good. Go ahead.
So, what's it like? What do you do on a day-to-day basis? Because I really don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
It's because I do it so good.
No, it's not going to do good. So what?
Like a
what
ninja
exactly,
parts guy?
I am. I just.
They just
What
show
do
up.
you do?
Well, Mike, first off, I go to you and I have to figure out what 19 million things you forgot to tell me about you needed 3 days ago, and I get those for you.
Well, I needed them 3 days ago. That's the problem.
But you
Chad.
didn't tell me 3 days ago. You told me today.
That doesn't matter. I still
I'm
needed
not a
them
mind
3
reader,
days
Richard.
ago. So, I mean, is there certain companies you like to work with?
Yeah, we got our main ones that we deal with: Magnaflow, Willwood, Ron Davis Radiators. We've got
Holly
Performance.
provided
had
like
to cough,
the YN
Holly.
supercharger, all that stuff on that
Yeah.
car.
which has a lot of this stuff on
It
it.
really does, yeah. They
You
really
know.
hooked us up.
And then there's other companies we deal with on multiple occasions that help us make these builds happen.
I got a question that has nothing to do with Chad. Chad can be quiet again now.
Cool.
All right, good. I've been waiting for him to be quiet. just as I sat down.
Interior. So,
Yeah.
what's up with the interior?
So the interior, the idea was to make it as loud and funky as the rest of the car turned out to be. And I had an epiphany one morning. I woke up and I was like, that car needs 57 Chevy cloth material in the seats. So
okay,
I
I'm
went
over this
online.
conversation. So let's talk about.
Come on, dude.
Oh,
Go
man.
ahead.
Anyway, Rolando at R&R Upholstery did their interior, and he did a fantastic job. He took a little napkin sketch that I made and made it reality, and he blew it out of the park.
Yeah,
Is that how
for
you say
sure.
it? Blew it out of the park?
He blew it out of the park.
I don't say blue.
Yeah, he's blew
He knocked it
out of the park.
Knocked
Yes.
it out. There you go. That's
Yeah,
it.
he knocked it out of the park.
So anyway,
Yeah.
questions now?
We're obviously not sports guys.
No.
You know.
Sports fans, right? No?
No, I don't watch sports at
Really?
all.
You don't like the
My
sports
dad
ball?
loves. My dad's a sports guy in the family.
That's right.
See that?
Yeah, I don't
say
watch
that.
it. I mean,
Okay.
I have nothing against the Cowboys or basketball or anything like that. I just don't watch it.
Cowboys don't play basketball.
He'll take pictures with Cowboy players. He doesn't
Yeah,
watch
we
them,
can,
but
we can tell how much.
Well, I don't. I just don't. I don't know. I'm into like. So I
Dungeons
like
and
sports
Dragons.
if it's got if there's like
he's
one
probably
guy
got
doing it.
Is it five-sided die,
Hatchimals, or what are they called?
Hatchimals?
You like the Hatchimals?
Kind of looks like a Hatchimal.
I'm not having Hatchimals. All right.
I bet you do.
You know how hard they
waiting
were
for
to
him.
get last year?
Oh, I'm sure
Does
they
it rub
were,
those things and
bro.
they'll pop out?
They were so hard to get last
My
year.
daughter loves those things too, man.
What's up with the monkey pecker?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of a love it or hate it thing, but
I hate it.
I know you hate it. I kind of love it.
Ruined my paint job.
It didn't ruin your paint job. It accentuated your paint
No,
job.
it
Like a
ruined-
tattoo on a badass dude.
No, it's like a tramp stamp on
That's
a
2
dude.
beers in. You see what that does to you?
See, yeah.
2 beers
That's-
in.
Seriously. So, like, there were some cars built in the 60s that were full-blown drag cars. Chad,
right?
please, I'm trying to talk
I was
here.
getting away from you and your
I'm
badass
trying
dudes
to
and
talk.
tattoos.
So anyway, back in the 60s, there were some really famous 33, 34 Ford Coupes that raced in the fuel classes, and they almost all of them had the Clay Smith cams, Mr. Horsepower decal or sticker on the side. So I thought rather than
Because
doing,
that was like the only cam company.
it wasn't the only cam company, but it was just a cool looking logo, and everybody loved it back then. So I thought, well, rather than put that on this car, we'll take it and we'll add the monkey to it and do our own thing. And then it turned into the monkey with the woodpecker mask, which is the monkey pecker.
There you
This
go.
makes sense, right?
Sounds so perverted.
It does. Sound
I like saying
nasty.
monkey pecker, honestly.
Do you say it?
Monkey pecker, monkey pecker, monkey pecker.
Okay, I get it. We get it. Your monkey pecker ruined my paint job.
Yeah.
You left little pecker tracks all over my paint job.
It's perfect. I love
It was so clean and classy and.
It still is.
No, it's got that thing on the side of it.
You can't see it right now. It's
Yeah, it's
okay.
got like it's like a dude with a tramp stamp.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's maybe taking it the wrong
That's
direction.
horrible.
Hey, that's kind of out there. Okay, so wasn't it supposed to, you had talked about putting letters or numbers on the doors?
We thought about doing that, but that seemed to be too on the nose as far as like trying to replicate those cars.
So that was too much.
Yes.
So the pecker thing isn't too much,
Pecker
but
thing?
that thing's too much.
Yes. You got it exactly right.
See, and people don't know that all this was supposed to happen. They didn't know that there were supposed to be numbers on the door.
There wasn't supposed to be numbers on the door. We talked about numbers on the door, but we didn't do numbers, letters, none of that shit. We just put the
Why
monkey
do you
pecker
gotta
on.
cuss?
Sorry.
Man,
They
this
don't
is
like
a
that.
family
Pardon me.
program.
Why do you
Sorry,
gotta cuss?
America.
We know it's late,
Yes.
but all right, yeah. So enough of that cussing.
How about some questions?
Yes.
No, we're not done.
Oh, we're done. We're done.
Perfect. So people are wondering how nervous everyone was when you had to cut off the top.
It's just another day.
That's, that's,
Yeah.
we've
Not
all
nervous at all.
everybody's here to chop something and ruin something. So
Oh,
we've
yeah.
already got the ruining part out of the way.
I've never ruined anything. I don't know what Mike's talking about.
That's how he learned.
So I've chopped some stuff
Gotta
and
ruin
ruined it.
stuff.
I've got a couple cars, or had a couple cars in my yard
It's a
that
good thing you're good at body work. Huh?
were now roadsters. No, if you mess up a chop, it just turns into a roadster.
Oh, man.
And that's probably what happened in the 60s.
That's
This guy was
techni-
like, I'm going to chop my car. And he chopped it and screwed it up and was like, you know what, screw that.
Let's screw that.
Roadster it.
That's Roadster, yeah.
That's a pretty good,
Good one.
way to look at it. Yeah.
I think that's, makes sense to me.
You're on fire right now.
Yep.
Somebody
good
wants
at
to
this
know
game.
what size the tires are.
The front tires are 515s by BF Goodrich. Coker Tire supplied those. I think we bought
See
them.
the guy with his hand up? There's
Okay.
That's the
Can we
that's
look
the
over
camera we're
this one?
supposed to look at.
So
there's
one in the
three
the
rear
rear
of them.
tires are Raider 916s that came from up on the East Coast. Those guys built some crazy cars. Look them up. Raider tire. RADIR.
You want us to look at that camera or these side
The
ones?
middle one.
They put 3 cameras to confuse us.
I'm always.
They should
like
put
the
a
shell
sign
game.
on it that says, "This. Look at this camera. This is what people are
That's
looking
what the
at."
finger's for.
Is that why you're holding your finger up, or are you just happy to
That
see
one?
me?
No.
So what are these on? What's that camera doing?
Hanging out.
It's
Oh,
not,
hi.
now it's doing
Hi.
something. It wasn't doing anything a second ago. You just said. What about this camera?
You guys are pros.
Now can we go back to this camera? No, this camera.
Okay, so people want to know how long the builds usually take you guys in real time.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
4 to 6 weeks.
In real time.
In real.
Real time. Is
This
all
one
that we
actually.
get.
It's in the
took,
middle
We
again,
got 2
Mike.
more weeks, so it was like 8 weeks total. I think.
Which camera
Yeah.
am I looking at?
The one in the middle.
4 to
one on the
6
right.
weeks.
I don't know if you
is-
guys know how hard that is, but that's almost unheard of to build a car like this that fast. That for me, it was something I thought was an impossibility, but
Yeah, you cried the whole
I really
time.
did. I would
You
wake
did.
up, it's like shivering at night,
Yeah.
and you were there to hold me.
I
so
know. I was there, which
really appreciate that.
honestly, you smell different when you're awake.
It's weird.
We all,
It's totally weird. It's a weird comment to make.
we all spooning?
It's not weird.
Oh, he's the big spoon.
You were the big
I
spoon.
am the big spoon.
Oh, whoa.
You don't want
All
to
right.
be little spoon.
Next
You
question.
realize
A
that,
couple
right?
of questions about the paint. One, people want to know how surprised you guys were that Richard liked the blue, and they also want to know if there was another color that you guys wanted besides blue.
Mike,
No, blue's great.
Yeah.
I think we were all on board with the.
I don't think there was ever
this
another
camera.
color
I think we
discussed.
were
No.
all on board
No.
with the blue. To get Richard to go for it, Richard hates blue. He doesn't think it sells good at auction, or at least that's what he tells me, so that
Right.
he doesn't have to do blue. Oh, now we're over here.
I found
Guys.
out the way to
Faster.
get Richard to agree to things is to give him like 2 terrible other options.
Yeah.
If you give him 1 good option and 2 terrible ones, he usually
Like green
picks
and
the-
black, those are two
Well,
terrible
that's not what I meant,
options.
but yeah, sort of.
Yellow and red.
But yeah, anyway, he picks the better one usually. He's actually pretty good at that.
Okay, which camera are we on? Because y'all are all holding fingers up, and we don't know
They're
what's
switching
going
back
on.
and forth. That's
this sign language?
That's how
Are y'all
professionals
switching
do
back
it.
and forth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's so now while we're in the middle now, they jump over there to get a different shot.
I'm getting a headache.
Did anybody have a question for Tony?
Nope.
Not yet, but they want to know how
Here.
long does it take to
Send
cure
your questions
once it's
right here.
sprayed, the paint?
Okay, now it just depends on temperature. Oh, okay. I'm not looking at you. I'm not answering
Right,
your
right,
question.
right.
So we have a bake booth, which when we spray, we give it a 15-minute flash time, and then we bake it for. We usually bake
An hour and a half?
No, we bake the crap out of it. I almost said a bad word.
You almost
almost did.
passed that.
That's all
We
you
bake
got
the
it.
crap out of it, so we bake at 160.
To the right.
Now we're over here, guys. When we bake at 160 degrees for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, and then we roll it out, and we can start cutting and buffing
About an hour.
in about an hour once it cools off.
Yeah.
Okay. How much
We've
is
got this down. We got it
Yep.
figured out.
How much does it cost to build a car like this 34?
Ugh,
A lot.
jeez.
My labor, well, it depends. My labor through Richard. Oh, now we're here. My labor through Richard is he pays us $30 a week, and we get
All the
to
beer
eat
we
at
can drink.
half price at the bar and grill. So
He pretty much paid me.
cheap. I mean, minus
He did,
parts.
he did
Yeah.
sell your house though. Those cruisers on the side.
I wasn't really technically living. I mean,
You did stay there
I stayed
quite
in
some
them
time.
sometimes.
A lot.
Not a lot.
He pretty much-
Sometimes.
He pretty much paid me in rainbows and promises, which I like rainbows and
That
promises.
was the other graphic for the other side, right? Rainbows and unicorns.
This car would probably what,
Rainbows and
150,
promises.
130, 150.
at least.
This car, yeah, this is at least a $150,000 car.
So to
in
answer
my
your
opinion.
question, yeah, 150.
Yeah. To be realistic, yeah, it really is.
Next question.
The is it called the monkey pecker on the
Yep.
side
Yes.
of the car?
Ooh.
Yes, is it weird?
I like the
How
way
did-
you say monkey pecker.
How
Is
did
it-
we come up with the design for it?
That actually is funny. I was driving to work one day, and same thing with the, I was talking about the interior, but it just kind of came to me. I was like, you know what?
That is funny.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is.
anyway,
That
so,
is funny. Did
oh my
Chad?
God. See what I have to deal. See what I have to deal with. I can't even tell a story without these
That
guys.
was
breaking
so
my
Get used
funny.
to that one.
Yeah. So anyway, so I just came up with it one day, and I sketched it up, and I sent it to Richard. And anyway, Richard said, you know what? That actually is kind of funny. I don't like the woodpecker thing, but this I like. So
That's
there,
funny.
there you go. It is. There it is.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Any chance you want to share the paint formula for this color?
He doesn't even
No.
know it.
There's no way I want to share
3
the
parts
paint
cotton
formula.
candy and 1
It was
part.
really,
and
actually,
dreams.
really easy to do. So it's 2 different silvers, okay? And then it's a dark blue. Oh, are we over here? 2 different silvers, a dark blue, and then it has a ton of gold pearl. Now, how much? I just don't remember.
So this is a question for everyone. Which classic car from a movie or TV show would y'all like to build?
Who asks a question like that?
That guy right there.
I can't, if you've seen
You're a
Ameri-
Corvette Summer person, aren't you?
I was about to say that, honestly. But
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
change that. No, have you seen American Graffiti? Everybody has.
I love American
There's
Graffiti.
that black 55 Chevy in American
That
Graffiti.
is
It's
a
pretty,
Yes,
car.
the
pretty badass.
Black Widow,
Yeah.
isn't it? No, what they call
I
it?
don't know if they have a name for it, but the guy driving it wears a cowboy hat, and I just want to wear a cowboy hat and drive a black 55 Chevy, honestly.
Why wouldn't you?
It's everybody's dream, right?
And you want a tramp stamp to
Not
that.
everybody's.
Dudes with tattoos.
Yeah. You just want dudes with tattoos in your car with you.
Dudes with
Cowboy
tattoos.
hat on.
Tattoos?
He always had some kind of good-looking girl with him when he was driving around the movie.
Didn't he
Put
wreck
me in
it?
a movie.
Yeah, he did wreck it.
Didn't she die?
No.
Nah, she didn't
Wow,
die.
morbid.
She was really mad about it, like wrecking, but
Well, I'd be mad too.
yeah.
I don't know what car.
All right, what else we got?
Yep.
Yep. Good job. He'd build a
What
Fall Guy
issue
truck.
is your car going to be in Hot Rod Magazine and what month?
From what I'm told, it's like about 2 months out from now, 2 issues out. So the current issue just came out, probably the first of the year, around January. I think it's supposed to be in, and I'm told a cover, but you always have to wait and see when it comes to those things.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us.
Yeah, they won't really tell you, but I think it's going to be a cover. I mean, it's worth a cover, in my opinion.
It's because you built it.
Boy, is his head big.
Spot.
You
Is
guys.
there a car you haven't restored that you hope to restore on the show?
My own.
Good luck with that.
I mean, that's truth. You know.
No, I don't restore cars. Good job.
So violent.
That was irritating me, Chad.
Any Camaros
to
in
the
the
show.
future?
You say Camaros of the future?
I've
that
never
like a-
seen a
Camaros?
future Camaro.
We've done Camaros.
Say we do a sweet third gen.
I thought this was like some kind of.
Camaros have well, we've
I
done.
thought this was like a Blade Runner reference. Camaros
we've
of the
done
future.
Firebirds. We've done that big, stupid lifted Camaro. Remember that thing?
Yes, that was
Yeah, we didn't really
too many
wanna do
Camaros.
that, but-
Next. No more Camaros.
So Braden says, I never really see you mention any stereo or speakers you use. What is the normal setup that you put in these cars?
Well, we've done a couple different ones. We've done Alpine, which we've done quite a bit. You know, Alpine makes great stuff. And then we've done some kicker audio stuff. And Richard hates radios.
That's
I don't
weird.
know.
That's a weird
He-
phobia.
You know what? What's weird is he hates radios in the cars we
So
build.
if he like sees a radio, he turns around and walks out the
But
house.
no, his Mustang, his green Mustang, he's got a radio in it, and he plays that
He's a
real
big
big
timer.
song.
Yeah.
And he does.
Oh yeah, I think I got a video of him dancing to that.
Yeah, he does that.
That's so
That's like
horrible.
his dance. I'm serious.
Such a good impersonation
No,
of his
he
dance
does.
right
So
there.
I have.
I
think I have a video.
I've actually
of
seen
it.
him do that before. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's his dance.
All you gotta do is get
It's
your
his finger
do those
dance.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just points at the ground like there's quarters on the ground or something.
He would know if there were
Look
quarters
at all
on there.
Oh, he found them in Vegas too.
Yeah.
So Peter says, tell us about the chrome inserts below the hood. Are those hand formed?
Those are actually, we were going to use the original ones, but we found some reproductions that were really nice. Or Mike found some reproductions that were really nice. And I was like, you know what, it'd be cool to chrome these. And since they were brand new, I reshaped the bottom a little bit. They were normally straight, and I scalloped the bottoms around the bolts. But
Didn't we get rid of some holes?
yeah, I welded up some holes. I welded up some holes in it too, yeah. But yeah, I thought that was a really neat detail. I'd seen it on a couple of drag cars in the 60s that were built in the 60s, and
I was gonna say you weren't alive in the 60s.
no, I wasn't alive in the 60s, but I've seen pictures of it.
You look like you were alive in the
yeah,
60s.
thanks, Mike. And anyway, so I thought it'd be a really cool detail, and we did it on this car, and it turned out fantastic. I think I really like it.
Do you prefer having the hood on or off while driving it?
We've never driven it with the hood off, have we?
I drove it with the hood off, and
think it looks
really
sick
makes
without the hood,
it really makes no difference in driving it, but it does look pretty good without the hood.
It does look good.
You're
without
right,
it.
because it's got a lot of motor. If you take
A
that
lot
hood
of
off.
chrome.
Yeah, it looks cool either way. Whoever asked
And
that question,
that's actually one of the nice things about this thing.
it looks
It's just,
cool either way.
It's just 2 bolts, and you can take the hood off. It's easy.
This couch sucks.
What is
No.
what
Sorry,
is
I
the
broke it.
upkeep on maintenance for a paint job like this?
You don't know about that. You just paint them. You don't upkeep them.
No, there's a lot of upkeep. This particular color is pretty simple because it doesn't show a lot of scratches from towels and stuff. But like on the black ones, you look at it wrong and it'll scratch it. So there's a lot of upkeep on those. This one's not so bad. Darker colors, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But our guys over at Nick's Custom Detail
There you go.
Another plug.
do an amazing job at helping keep the cars that we have here clean and
So
ready
who
to go.
buffed this one, Mike?
I didn't even have to buff that one.
You buffed one side.
I buffed one spot,
Oh,
but that's straight out the gun.
You're just
So
that
Bass
good.
asked if there were any questions for Tony. Vincent says, Tony, are you a mechanic by trade as well as a painter, or are you just a painter and a jack of all trades?
I like the second. Yeah, I do both. Jack of all trades and painter. So yeah, both.
Tony is actually a really good metal guy.
That's what I was about to say. I was really impressed by Tony and his metal fab skills when I came in. 'Cause I, as far as I knew, he was a painter, worked in the paint shop with Mike. But then when I came here and saw what he could do, he actually is a really talented metal fabricator.
Yeah, he does. He does
I
pretty
kinda-
damn good
Not
metal.
to-
I do a good job. I got more of the metal stuff on here. You just gotta go check that out. Yeah,
Not to build him up too much, but he really is.
yeah.
He's good.
My head still stays small. Don't worry about it.
All right, good.
Ernie says, what's the cubic inch in horsepower on the build?
This is a 345-inch motor now. It started out as a 331. It's 60 thousandths over. We had it on the dyno. It made a little, like right around the mid 300s on the rear wheels, which puts it about 450 or so at the crank. And that's with really low boost. We're still kind of on a break-in tune. If we were to change the pulleys around, it's got a really big top pulley right now, but if we were to change the pulleys around, it'd probably make 500 easily. 450 is plenty though, man. This thing's kind of hard to drive as it is because it makes so much power.
Okay. Robert says, what kind of paint do you use for the motor for it not to melt under high temperatures?
Good.
Good paint?
Good paint.
Yeah, I use a regular car paint.
Yep. Nothing special.
Honest to God, we use regular everyday car paint. I put an epoxy on them first, and then base them out and clear them.
I've
and
never
I've
seen
never
it
had
ever
issues.
melt. Yeah.
And there's been okay. I'm gonna say this, and I probably shouldn't,
Don't
but
do it.
there's been a time or two, not here, but on something that was just like, hey, I just want to freshen this up, make it look better, and get it down the road, and that I've used the spray paint and then used a clear on top of it, like not spray can clear, spray paint, the high temp spray paint.
Yeah, yeah.
And then cleared it with automotive clear, and it's held up
I think if they prep them and clean the hell out of
Yeah,
them, it'll
that's-
Yeah.
stick. It's
That's
just-
really
prep.
the key. The key is
Yeah.
to make sure, and I did that on this one.
yeah.
Yeah, because the motors don't get that hot.
No.
Yeah.
Not as hot as
they
everybody
don't get
thinks
as
they
hot.
do.
Get it really clean, knock all the casting flash off of it, do the basic things to it.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
all your grease and oil off
Yeah.
of it. You're good.
Exhaust gets hot,
Yes. Don't paint those.
but your motor doesn't really get over what, 250, 300 degrees?
Probably, yeah. This one internally gets about 200 or so. So yeah, external is probably around there. Yeah.
And we bake paint at 160 degrees and it doesn't melt off. So I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
Last question, Taylor says, what was your favorite part about Sema?
God.
Being home.
Okay, so
Probably the hotel.
this is my girlfriend Taylor asking this question. You know I can't answer that.
Oh, that's a loaded question.
That's, yeah.
Don't
Yes,
answer that.
I
one.
can't answer.
It was
that.
spending quality
That's
time
a-
with her,
Actually,
wasn't
won,
it?
I won
that's
some
a
money on
loaded
blackjack.
question.
That
Of
was
course,
pretty
it was
cool.
spending quality time with her, but it's. She knows I can't answer that.
Well,
You're cold.
I think SEMA was fun. SEMA was a good time.
I saw lots of interesting things.
A
that
lot
I
of new
wouldn't have seen
ideas.
otherwise.
A lot of different stuff that people put out. So yeah, it
And
was,
lots of people. Just people.
gives you great ideas. But
people.
I'm ready to go home, so y'all can kick it. Good working with you.
Bye, Tony.
I'm seeing y'all later.
I'm gonna. Can I drive this out of here? Is that-
Nope, but you can have a beer with me if you want.
What time is it?
Keep the
Time
couch,
to
Mike.
go.
That's a good consolation
go?
prize.
Wrap
Have
it
a
up,
beer.
Mike.
Huh?
Wrap it up. It's beer 30.
All right. I'm gonna call her and ask her why she's
Mike,
asking
say
these
share the
kind of
video.
questions. Oh. What camera? Share the video.